What's up, fam? Welcome back to J Russ TV. If you're new to my channel, hit that like, comment, subscribe. We cover all things business, investing, and sneakers. If you're returning to my channel, appreciate you for tuning back in. So today, as y'all can see by the title, it's gonna be how I started building wealth in my early teens and 20s, and what I learned from it. First thing I would say that helped me start building wealth in my teens and early 20s was definitely starting a small service-based business. That definitely helped. Having that flexibility to really learn a skill set and be good at it and have people pay for your services, whether you a barber, you cutting hair, or you doing hair, or you cutting grass, landscaping, you cleaning sneakers, you something service-based, like, you can do the biggest tech company, or that's cool. That's gonna take more time. If you want something a little faster, service-based business, cleaning cars, something like that you can kind of scale up by yourself, dolo, and still run up. You could run up a couple racks off that, just off yourself, your dolo. Don't need no big team or nothing like that. I'm telling you exactly what I did with my sneaker reselling business. I had a reselling business. I sold Funko toys. I sold, I got some back here. I still got some. I sold sneakers. The majority was sneakers. I sold coins, a lot of different collectibles, limited items, and I sold a lot, Supreme, all that type of stuff. I was selling that a lot in my early teenage years, early 20s. Still some stuff kind of died out, kind of transitioned a little bit. But I made use of that time frame. I was stacking and I was running it up during that time. Second, so I got the bread. I figured out how to get the money. Now I need to learn how to save and invest it. This was more so around 2020 when I started taking it a little bit more seriously, keeping track of stuff on an Excel sheet, all that type of stuff, and really seeing where it goes, because I got tired of just losing money all the time. You feel me? And I needed to figure out where it was going. I was making a band in a day of box logo tees. If you in the hypebeast community, you know what that is. Like 160 back in the day, you could get a band off those easy. Flip them on Grilled, eBay, run it up, easy. You know what I mean? But I was like, that joint be gone in like 2 weeks. Forgive me, I cut my fingers. I got something on the joint. I like 2 weeks, 3 weeks in, money gone. I'm like, dang, what do I do with it? So you got to learn how to save and invest your money. What I did, I opened a checking account. And I opened like another savings account as well. And I would automate a lot of different stuff in my teenage years. I didn't start investing until I was 20, but teenage, I had a checking account where I put money to save and re-up. You know what I mean? I need the capital to buy more inventory, things like that. We're having a small service-based business. It teaches you the fundamentals of business and how to track stuff and things like that. So it definitely helped. Third thing is I automated all my finances, whether that was bills or saving and investing. Now I automate everything, so I have a certain amount that I know I want to get invested and saved every month. I figure out a way how I can cut that out and prioritize that in another account that I try not to touch. Another thing, I worked multiple jobs and found extra streams of income. Yeah, I had a service-based business that was making over 5 figures. But even then, I was still humble. I work jobs during the summer. I work summer youth employment jobs, stuff like that. Just trying to find some extra bread that fit into what I was doing. Anything. Consulting, botting, I was doing like that. If you go to my channel, I did a lot of sneaker botting, stuff like that. So I would teach people how to sneaker bot, make a little money through that. But find extra ways to make money, but not blow it, but save and invest it to stack back up. Another point is I kept my debt low. This was essential. When you're a teenager, you don't really have too much debt to begin with. So that don't really mean too much. But as you get older, more so college, I kept my debt low. I went to a major university and transferred because my mindset shifted and things of that nature. But I wanted to save more money. So I only took out a $25,000 loans. That's all I have in loans right now. And one of the best decisions I've ever made, because I'm paying it off right now, and that's gonna take me no time, bro. So it's like, my debt to income ratio was great. I don't have over 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 grand in debt. So I'm blessed for that as well. All these points that I just told y'all is what allowed me to accumulate solid wealth, over 5-figure wealth by the age of 25, I say for sure. One day I might do a net worth reveal, but we'll see. This one get enough video, get enough likes. I definitely do that. I don't mind. I don't mind being transparent, but some people just be pocket watching. But it's like, shoot, I be pocket watching too. Not gonna lie, I be looking at net worth videos all the time on YouTube and seeing how other people doing, maybe some things I can learn. Now, no hate and stuff. Yeah, those are the main points I did really, so just to recap, save your learn a skill, learn a high income skill, whether you work in a job. I say service-based business. I think you should definitely start that. Start saving, invest in that, especially with a teenager. You can't really do too much, but if you can build your network, you want a system where you see, depending on how big your school is, 100 people a day, like get known for something. I was known for sneakers. People would come to me to get sneakers, resale, something. Just get to know for something, whether you can cook or you good at cutting hair, you know what I mean? You clean shoes. Use that ecosystem to your advantage and run it up while you in high school and college. Build that network, bro. And then if you transition, of course you're gonna transition, but if they rock with you, you do good business, people gonna follow you and transition with the next business if it's a product or a service they feel like they can benefit from. So like that's great tips right there. Gotta prioritize and hone in on the skill set, and you gotta have a goal. You know what I mean? I would say that's another point too, is having goals. I wrote a lot of my goals down. I could go back to 2019, 2020 and look at the goals. I can go back to 2019 or 2020 and look at my goals that I've written down for myself, and actually look back and be like, wow, I actually did that. Or maybe I didn't do that. Let me come back to it, or whatever you might have it. But it makes a difference. That's not a good point. Writing your goals down. You gotta write your goals down. You gotta have a vision, a strategy, where you wanna go in life. Where you see yourself in 3, 5, 6, 10 years. You know what I mean? That's what always got me ahead. Even I do that now. I'm 25. I got a 5-year goal. What I want to be when I'm 30. My lifestyle I want to live like I'm 30. So I'm saving. I'm trying to do all these points I just told y'all right here. I'm doing the same exact thing, bro, and trying to figure it out on a higher level though. So these are some tips. These are some of the best financial decisions I've made in my life. And one of the biggest thing too is though, when you have your business or you out here hustling, and you gonna come up a couple of times. You gonna have them big licks. Don't fumble the licks. I fumbled a couple, but I learned. And those big licks, you need to stay patient and invest and save it. Don't spend it on the fancy stuff. I'm telling you, delayed gratification, bro. I'm telling you. That's the name of the game, bro. But yeah, appreciate y'all watching and tuning in. If y'all stayed this far in the video, if y'all like these, leave a comment. Let me know some tips y'all might have done. And yeah, part 1, we're gonna keep getting it going.